back. It is time for another Sunday Stash and Standouts. If you haven't seen this video, basically what I do every week is I just go through the makeup products that I used for the majority of the week. I keep this basket on my vanity with different products that I want to use throughout the week, so I don't have to go through my whole entire collection and just kind of tell you why I picked those products. So thank you so much for being here, and let's just get started. So for my primer this week, I've been using the Clinique Pore Refining Solutions. I ordered some Clinique. They had the annual gift that they have online, and I needed to order a few things, and I thought that I would give this a try. I've been using it mostly in this area right here, and on my chin, and then just kind of blending it out through the rest of my face, and I've really enjoyed it. I'm very glad that I purchased it. For my foundation, I've been using the Ready Set Gorgeous from CoverGirl. This is one of my favorite drugstore foundations. I have it in 115. I do really like this foundation for when it's humid and it's oily. All the products that I'm talking about today, by the way, I do have on my face right now. I really like this. It's been especially humid here and very rainy this week, and I feel like this holds up under those conditions really well. It's not one of my favorite longest lasting. I think that it gives out, if I put it on about 7 o'clock in the morning, I think that it gives out about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So I give it about 12 hours out of it. It's not one of my longest lasting drugstore foundations, but I do think it lasts the longest under very humid conditions. I've also been using the concealer that goes with that, the Ready Set Gorgeous in Light. I'm probably getting pretty close to the end of both of those products. I've also been using the Ready Set Gorgeous. This is actually the powder foundation. I don't use it by itself. I do use it as a powder on top of this other foundation. The liquid foundation is a light to medium coverage. And when it's really humid, I do like to do a lighter layer and then put this as my powder on top of it, because it does give a little bit more coverage, and it is just kind of a powder, what you would expect. And I have this in the 115 to 120 light. For my bronzer, I've been using my Holy Grail bronzer, the Kat Von D Shady Business 1. You can tell that this is a very favorite because it's got a nice big pan spot in there. Shady Business 2 has some sparkle to it, so if you're looking for a bronzer that has some sparkle to it, then go for the Shady Business 2, but this one is completely matte, and one of the reasons why I love it so much. For blush, I pulled 2 out this week, but I really only ended up using this one, which is the Balm's Down Boy. I absolutely love this blush. I think it is a gorgeous color. I love the packaging. I love the name. It is what I have on my cheeks right now. And then for my highlight, I've been using the Ofra blush strips in Illuminating. I did get this in my BoxyCharm last month. I have found that if I swirl the entire product, it's a little bit too sparkly for me. So I've been swirling just these top 2 colors right here, and I think that it does a great highlight. It is a little bit sparklier than what I'm used to. It's just a little bit sparklier than the Mary Lou Manizer, if you get like a really good brush full of that. So I think that these other 2 would probably work great in once my skin is a little bit more tan. I think that you could use all of these for eyeshadows. I wasn't thrilled the first couple times I used this product, but the more I use it, the more I'm really liking it. Okay, for brows, I have been using my Too Faced Bulletproof Brows. I told you guys a little while back that I noticed that it was starting to pull away and crack on the sides, but I haven't noticed anything wrong with the product. It's still working fantastic. I'm not noticing any kind of problems using it. It's still very creamy. I do make sure that I reseal it really well every time that I use it, so it hopefully doesn't dry out at all, but it doesn't seem to be drying out at all. I really love that particular product. If you like a creamier brow product, that's a great one to try. If you're looking for a drugstore version, try the e.l.f. It's not quite as creamy, but still very good. Let's see, where am I? Okay, for my eye primer, I've been using the Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer. I love this eye primer. It is my favorite for humidity. I think that it gives a really, really good base. It does have not a completely natural look. It does have a little bit of a yellowish tint to it when you put it on your eyes, but this is my absolute favorite primer for when it's really humid outside. For eyeshadow, I've been using my Too Faced Country palette. I've been trying to go through and make sure that I'm pulling out something different every week and not just using the same stuff. And I really love this palette. It's got some beautiful, beautiful colors. You can get a very light wash with a light hand, and you can get a whole lot of pigmentation with the heavy hand. I have had so much fun playing with it this week. I absolutely love these purple colors that are in here, and this pink color. Paper Roses, Rhinestone, and Nashville is what they're called. And I've been having a lot of fun playing with Bluebird as well. So just, you know, I just really love this palette. I used it for a while when I first got it. I used it for a couple weeks and then I put it away, and I'm so glad that I pulled it back out. I've also used a couple times this week, and you'll probably see this again, the Clinique that I got in the, why can I not remember that word, but the gift with purchase that I ordered with the Clinique stuff. This is actually supposed to be 2 eyeshadows and a blush. I actually used them all as eyeshadows, and I love the look that I came up with, and I will probably have that in my basket again next week. For my liners, I've been using the Kat Von D Autograph Pencil in Poro Amore for my tight line. I did get this down to the point where I needed to sharpen it this week, and I'm very lazy when it comes to sharpening my pencils. I usually stick them back in and grab something else. So you'll probably see something else next week. And then I've been using the Kat Von D Inked Liner in Trooper for my upper lash line. What is it with my brain and words today? It's because it's the end of the day. I've been working a whole lot this weekend because it's graduation season, and if you guys remember, I took over as the editor of the newspaper in my town, and I am the editor and the reporter and the photographer, so I do it all. So I am at all of the graduation events. We had kindergarten graduation and baccalaureates, and we had the little derby car things, all kinds of stuff this weekend. So I'm just exhausted, plus Ryan and I have been on a Walking Dead marathon, so we've been staying up way too late watching Walking Dead. You guys know it's my favorite. Anyway, for mascara, I've been using 2 different ones. I've been using the Elizabeth Mott It's So Big Volumizing Mascara. I don't really find that this volumizes at all. I think that it makes my lashes darker, but I don't think that it gives me any volume whatsoever. And so I'm not really sure if I'm going to be keeping this one around. And then I have been using my Too Faced Better Than Sex whenever I've been wanting a lot bigger lashes. This, of course, gives you hooker lashes. I absolutely love it. The only thing that drives me crazy about this particular mascara, and this is nothing that has to do with the product, but it is allergy season, and every single morning that I put this one on this week, as soon as I put it on before it was dry, I sneezed. And when you have big hooker lashes and you sneeze with wet mascara, it gets all over your eyes. So there you have it. That is everything that I have been using this week. I have a whole bunch of new products to try for next week because I've been getting all my subscription boxes. I'm super excited about that. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And I've got some more unboxings coming up this next week, as well as a tutorial, I think. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.